Hello, welcome to Romance Book Monsters. I am Kitty Boom, and this is my co-host Lollipop. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. We had some thunderstorms last night rolling, and I slept like a baby.
I know we had those same thunderstorms like several days in a row during the daytime, and those rain naps. Now my sleep is jacked up from all that daytime napping.
And we were lucky ours came at night, so it was great.
You did look out. So today we are doing an oldie but a goodie, Twisted by Imari Jade. And I've read this book like so many times, and I guess you can't really say that it's like an oldie, like it was released in 2015. So like picture this, and didn't you not love the heroine's name, like Ballentina Ferrari?
I
How
know.
more creative could you get than that?
Ballentina, aka Tina, Miss Ferrari if you nasty.
Right? Like she sounds like a luxury brand all on her own.
Well, technically she had multiple companies, including the toy company. So we don't know she's a billionaire, so we do not know how much her toys cost. It could be like Efraio Schwartz kind of brand pricing.
That is true. So Miss Valentina is a billionaire toy maker, an inventor and entrepreneur. And she has this ridiculously trifling boyfriend. I mean, she has basically like given him his whole lifestyle. He works for her company, but he barely does the job at her company. He likes to drive around in expensive cars that she's paid for and wear expensive clothes that she's paid for. And she figures out that he has just been like blatantly cheating on her like all this time. I mean, so blatantly. They're sleeping in the bed. She wakes up, he's gone. He's gone out to go and meet the side chick. While they're sleeping in bed, and then comes back the next day like he been there the whole time. It was crazy.
Well, I think part of it is if we go back, they've been together. I don't know if necessarily in a relationship, but been together since they were like 14.
Yes, and they
So
were
he's
like
had
foster care
years.
together.
Yeah. Yeah. And exactly. No family. He was, only thing she had was him and her two friends. Like they've known each other since they were kids. But she has no family, right? And he's been in her life for years. And he, at the age of 14, got her to say that she will take care of him, right?
So he was a little.
So he's been manipulating her for a very, very long time. So and the fact that she has such a small circle and no family outside of the family that she has created, he was able to do what he did because of that. If she grew up in a normal or not even a normal, but with family, with people around her where she wouldn't have to rely on others that she had met for that feeling of family, of love, of connection, I doubt this story would have went the way it did. But because of how she grew up in the system, not having any family, only having a handful of friends, three if you include him, it shaped her as an adult, I think, in a way that, she had a weakness for him, as in she kept remembering when they were younger and how she promised to take care of him and how, they've been together for so long and all of these things, but not really focusing on today until it got ridiculous. Like who cheats on a billionaire? Let me tell you something. I hook up with a billionaire, I will be on my P's and Q's. Living my best life.
Who he cheated on the billionaire for. And I mean, and this billionaire, like she's young, she's pretty, she liked to have sex with him.
Brick house.
So, I mean, it wasn't even like that was an issue. And he goes and he finds this ridiculous woman to go and cheat on her with, who lives like in a studio apartment. That's where he's leaving his big house to go and cheat with a side person with.
You know what? This reminds you, people cheated on Halle Berry, Jennifer Lopez. You know what? It don't even matter. Because you know what? If they want to cheat, they gonna cheat. It don't matter who they with or what they got. I will not be cheating on no billionaire. Let me meet a billionaire and get together. We're gonna have, I will be on my, I wouldn't even look at another man.
Right? Like my eyes don't work like that no more.
I'm like, there's a man there? Where? I just wouldn't even see it because I would be happy in my relationship, living my best life. We going, you know, I love to travel. So we will be on every trip. I'm like, boo-boo, let's go. You can work from the ship. They got internet.
Right.
They got phones. You know what I'm saying? Let's go on this, you know, luxury cruise. Let's go to Tahiti. You can work from the rental, you know, villa. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I like. And then I'm working in the company too. I'd work my behind off because ain't nobody gonna be talking about no nepism. Yes, nepotism is involved, but I will be the best worker. You know why? Because I will love my man and support my man. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna be like. Because ain't nobody about to take away my billions.
Right. And he was so entitled to like what she had and what she built. I mean, what was he trying to get? Like, what was it? A Rolls Royce or for some type of German car?
It was a Maybach.
A Maybach
600.
Yes. He
wanted $200,000
for her to go and sign for this car for her when his current car he only had for 2 years. And she's like, you don't even let me ride in the passenger seat.
But that hoe was in the passenger seat, though.
Right. She was planning on owning a car after she got him to Maybach.
Thank you. Talking about, clients would love to see, you know, I like to drive clients around in the Maybach. And she's in her mind talking about, they probably think you embezzling from the company. How to say
you are an accountant.
They wouldn't want to work with you. They think you embezzling. But here's the thing. And then he throws out, oh, you know, I want us to get married and have kids and whatnot. And I'm like, you ain't married the billionaire yet? Are you dumb or are you stupid?
Right.
I was like, hold up. You've been together since y'all 14. Y'all late 20s now, early 30s. I can't quite remember.
And he's still stringing her along as the girl.
Still stringing her along. Cheated on her multiple times. She forgave him. But this one, he was so blatant and just wrong with it. Just wrong with it. And then for her to find out that his annual boys trip to the Bahamas, he taking this hoe and he ain't never invited her, which means that all them years, all them boys trips to the Bahamas, been with hoes.
Another woman, yes.
That she was footing the bill for. No, my favorite part was when she cut off all the credit cards, all his company cards, all them credit cards. She just cut them
and burned his birth certificate. No.
He burned everything.
She burned everything. What was it? From his birth certificate to his socks.
Yep, everything. He thumbing through. Also, the envelope with the information for the men's fine.
Yeah, let's not forget. Oh, he wants a men's clothing business.
Right. Don't know nothing about talking about how those hip hop stars. That's right. Hood, hip hop clothes is not going to be sold here. It's only going to be for the refined gentleman. And she's sitting there like, are you dumb or are you stupid? Because then you forget about pop stars and hip hop stars being in your store. If you ain't have some things that they could wear too.
Right. Oh my gosh, we gotta give the hero of the book his flowers.
Let me tell you something.
We're so stuck on this trifling current boyfriend. So she has a business partner, a new consultant that she brings into the company that she has worked with before, and his name is Erik. And
Erik is the current boyfriend. It's Kevin.
Kevin, yes, and his name is Kevin, and he's like he's also her martial arts teacher, which is very, very cool, with his long hair
and his bangs. You gotta remember the bangs because he got bangs.
And he's also wealthy, and he really is infatuated with her, and it is just like so cute to see. And he's like there for her once she realizes that well, when she like really can't like ignore the fact that the man is cheating on her because the boyfriend had the nerve to have sex with the other woman in her bed. She comes home early from a business meeting and they are going at it in her bed. And so she is just like so distraught, and he's like there for her, and they end up hooking up and having sex. So that's like the official beginning of their romance.
Mm-hmm.
And
No, my thing was Erik run out talking about, let me explain. How you gonna explain why you was in mid-stroke? Like, what are you explaining, sir?
right.
What are you explaining? What'd you do? You tripped and fell? Come on now. What is there to explain? I never understand that. Let me explain. What you trying
And
to do?
the other woman is like, she didn't even do anything when she saw us in the bed together.
She just left. If that was me, we would have been fighting. She did a lot. She changed the locks on her door. She burned all his stuff.
Cut off his credit cards. And this fool, he didn't even have enough individual money of his own to like go anywhere.
He could barely afford to pay for a hotel to stay in.
That
But
is
that
crazy.
just shows you.
So he had been messing up his salary and her money, like every spending everything. That was crazy.
I'm like, you, especially since you so trifling, you would think he would have had a nest egg.
An
He would have been
emergency
squirreling away
fund,
money.
something. But he was just so like comfortable in that, oh, she's always gonna be there. She's not gonna go anywhere. We're gonna be together forever type situation.
Yeah,
But
my favorite part was he's like, I'll see you at work tomorrow. She's like, at work? You're fired. Like, sir, did you really think she was gonna keep you on staff? When you show up when you want to and leave when you want to? Nah.
yes, brother, you are fired. Yes, I must go back and reread that line. That was insane.
It would not have been me. I would have been
Right?
there on time every day. We strolling into work together in the same car because we are coming together and leaving together.
And then when he sees Kevin like give her a hug, he's like, "What is this?" He's just like so like, oh, now he's just so like hurt that you've been seeing someone else.
Right. When did this start, sir? When did Yochi? Oh, and then he gets the baby mama pregnant. Let's not even forget that. Talking
Yeah.
about how you thought I was just getting fat because he called it old girl fat. And she's like, surprise, we're expecting.
Then she was like, he almost wrecked the BMW.
This book has so many nuggets.
Yes. This book, I definitely give it a 5. Like, it was entertaining from beginning to end. It was just like page after page after ridiculousness and joy.
Yeah, and it was a short book. It was a
Yes,
short, like
very short.
120 something pages, but it was good. Like, again, going in cold, you're like, why is she staying with this fool? But then you start to realize the psyche and the fact that she, like, they've been in each other's lives for so long. She doesn't have any family. She the desire to have connection with people.
Right.
Everybody else in her circle is great. Her 2 female friends are amazing. It's just him. So once he was gone, the toxicity was gone. It was all good in the hood. Yeah, I loved Kevin. I was like, let me find me a Kevin. Life
right.
I mean, I want somebody to teach me martial arts and, you know what I'm saying, be creative with me, work together as a team, be partners and creating something great. Because the reason why he went even bothered to work with her, because they've known each other for a while, and she's been trying to get him to work with her for a while, but the only reason he joined was because she had an idea to create these toys for children who are differently abled. And there are not a lot of toys that are geared towards children who are differently abled. And she wanted them to have the opportunity to feel joy as well when playing with toys. So I think that spoke to him. And that was why he came on board to work for her company, because she's been trying to get him on there for years. And it's not like he's hurting for money. He's in no rush to do it. But that project spoke to him. And that's how that's how he ended up coming onto the company. And he had this great office. Let's not even forget how Erik was trifling, come up in the office, talk about how he got a garbage office and how he should have a better office. And he should have an executive parking spot next to Ballentina, because he don't see why he got parked so far. I was like, sir, you are a salesperson. Why would you have the parking spot next to the CEO?
He was like a big spoiled man boy.
He was a hoeing man boy at that. I was like, no, thank you. But yeah, I love this book. I
thought the hero and the heroine in the book, they made a great couple. And I wish I would have got a bit more of the book with them as a couple, though.
Short book, 123 pages.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard. I'm just glad we got a little epilogue at the end. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that did make it all better.
A little razzmatazz, a little spice. Give us a little hint of what happened afterwards. I'm happy that she promoted her friend, was it Alexia? Alexia, I think.
Yes, she like took over like the North America operations of the business. So that was definitely like way cool.
And she went off with, I loved when he was showing her sketches of the toys and she came across a sketch of his dream home and he was explaining it to her. And I was like, oh, this sounds gorgeous. I want this dream home. This is nice. He's like, and I want a courtyard for this, and I want this. Oh, and let's talk about the fact that he's also a licensed masseuse. I was like, hello, nurse.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, when he was like, yeah, I'm also a licensed masseuse. I could help you with that pain you feel. And I was like, boy, you could help me with a lot of pain I'm feeling.
Didn't he like put her on the table? Yeah.
For sure.
So yes, we definitely recommend this book. Again, the name of the book is Twisted by Imari Jade.
Yes, and it's also available Kindle Unlimited for those of you who have Kindle Unlimited. No risk. Definitely check it out. I recommend it. She also has a few other great books too. If you decide to go down that rabbit hole, definitely check it out and enjoy.
Yes, if you've read any other books by this author, let us know what book it was and how you liked it, because this is actually I think this is the only book that I've read by her. I'm going to have to look more into this author.
I've read several of her books and I really like them. So I highly recommend checking them out. It's been a while, so I'm blanking on the names of them, but I remember one where the heroine was like a motorcycle rider, which I really enjoyed. She raced motorcycles, I believe, which was really cool, which I don't get a lot of that in romance novels. Definitely not with the women like racing. Usually it's a guy who's racing the motorcycles or they're in the MC club. You know, even in a lot of the MCs, unless it's a women's MC group, the women never have their own motorcycles, which I always thought was odd, but hey, whatever's.
Yeah. Also, if you have read a romance novel with a really ridiculous ex-boyfriend that you were just in awe of his ridiculousness during the book, drop the title of the book down in the comments. We want to be awed also.
I know. Thank you. Well, thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to speaking to you soon.
See you later.